Well, hello there, and this is Auntie, and I am here to do my review on 90 Day Fiance, Season 6, Episode 6, Flirting with Disaster. If this is your first time here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you so much for joining Auntie's family. And to all of my nieces and nephews who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you so much for your continued support. I see that y'all were ready. Are your boo holes hurting? Okay? Are your boo holes hurting? Okay? Because my boo hole is just fine. Okay? If I had to rate this episode, I would give this episode a B. I thought that there were a lot of interesting things that happened in this episode. But you know what? We're gonna go ahead and get to it. We will not be belaboring because I know that some of you all have to go to work tomorrow. Happy belated Thanksgiving to everybody, and I'm hoping that you had a great time with your family and friends. So anyway, you all, on this particular episode, as with all the other ones, I will not be reviewing it scene by scene, but rather by couple. Okay, so let's go ahead on and get into this bumpy boo hole ride. Okay. Y'all see, I like to say boo hole, okay? All right, so the first couple I'm gonna be talking about is Fernanda and Jonathan. Basically, Fernanda and Jonathan are taking a trip to Mama's house. She wants to get the approval of his mother and of the rest of his family, his sister, in order to marry him. This is very important to her. And, she just feels like, okay, my family embraced him, and so I want his family to embrace me. She feels like, if she gets the mother approval, it'll make it easier for her to, basically marry this particular guy, okay? Marry Jonathan and live happily ever after. And so basically, we found out from John that basically he met his family, his mother in particular, found out that he became engaged to this young woman on social media. And of course, as you all know, that is not the best place, best time, best atmosphere, best anything for his mother to be finding out that this is how, he has announced his engagement. They're riding in the car, and John asks her, are you sure that you want to do this? Do you want to be with this old man? And basically she tells him, hey, look, you know what? Eventually I'm going to be cleaning your ass. And so I thought that was a good thing because, Angela, in the previous season had to ask Michael if he would clean her ass. And so Fernanda said, you know what? I'm going to one up Michael and Angela by saying, I will clean that ass. And so and so basically, they get a good little chuckle off of it and everything, and they continue to ride on to the sister's house. And so they meet up with the sister. And, I guess her boyfriend, husband, or, I guess he's her boyfriend. She's 22 years old, as we all know right now. Fernanda's 18 years old. This age thing just keeps changing to me, episode, damn it, after episode. And so basically, she meets with the sister, and the sister talks about, the mother and meeting her and thinking that basically, she's too young to want to be in this relationship. The way that they found out through social media is basically, kind of, bothering her as well as it is the mother. And so the sister ends up basically being the mouthpiece for the mom. And, she goes into talking about, how this is going to affect her And she said, basically she's, feeling some kind of way. Basically John says that he avoided telling his family because he didn't think, that they would approve of this. And I think that that was mistake number one. He should have told his family about the relationship between him and Fernanda. I think that, just getting that out of the way and, just the respect level. Just letting the mother know. I mean, of course, they're not going to approve. The sister says that, John went from talking to his mother every day to not talking to his mother hardly ever anymore. And Fernanda feels guilty because she feels like she is the cause of the rift between him and his mother and his sister. And really, she's not. He's a grown ass man. He's made a decision about, what he's going to do and how he's going to handle the situation. Was it the best decision for continuing a good relationship with his mother and his sister as it relates to him being married to this woman? No, absolutely it wasn't. And then the age is a factor in the game. Basically, his sister's boyfriend is like, I was with it. I'm with it, man. I text you and I told you, man, go for it, do what you do. And the sister's like, okay, well, you know what? Let him do what he do. But she's going to have to meet up with mom. Mom is going to ask some difficult questions. So we see her out in Chicago spending the day, and she loves it. She says that Mexico has beautiful cities and everything. And the thing that she likes about America is that she can meet people from all over the place. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Okay, all right. I just was trying to make sure that everything was copacetic out there. Okay. All right. Sorry about the pause. So basically, she's seeing the city, she's seeing Chicago, she really likes Chicago and everything. And then, now it's time to meet the mom. So I'm assuming that they're at somebody's house because when I looked at the refrigerator, there was stuff in the refrigerator and stuff like that. So I'm just assuming that they're at a family member's house or whatever that, whatever that is. Okay, I'm making some adjustments here. And so basically, mom comes in and mom is skeptical off the break, as I would be as a mother too. And so, they meet with the mother and the mother is like, you're just so young. The mother is looking at her from the perspective of a mother. She's looking and saying, you are younger than my youngest child. And so, John, he's a little, taken aback by it. He, shades his mother. I thought that he was extremely disrespectful because the mother was trying to, speak genuinely from her heart. She sat there and she was honest about it and said, you know what, I have an issue with this. Give me some time, give me some space to process all of this information. And, he's like, drinking. Of course, we see him drinking wine. They all had wine. And he drunk his up, shading back and forth with his mother. And I did not like the way that he addressed his mother. The mother, he said, well, you were, 20 years old or whatever when you got married, when you had me. And the mother said, if you do the math right, bitch, then you will realize that I was 21 when I got married. I was 22 when I got you. So he was like, what, 2 years apart? The mother also noticed that he had a wedding band on his hand. And he said that he has been wearing this for a while. Lies you do tell. Because in the previous episodes, we didn't see you with a band on. Now, maybe I'll go back and I'll rewind. Frankly, I probably won't because I really don't care too much about it. I really don't give a damn. But I don't remember seeing him with a ring on. And this is one of the things that TLC just kind of, little things that they kind of miss. But the mother noticed it immediately, and he says, oh, I've had this on for a while. She has her ring on. We noticed that Fernanda eyebrows kind of went up, when Mama San said that. And so I'm like, what, there's a little something shady that's going on with this situation. Basically, he says, the mother says, well, you're 52 years old and you're marrying this young girl. When I got married, there wasn't a big age difference, but there's a big age difference between the two of you all. And so he says, well, Mom, if you do the math math right. I'm not 52, I'm 42. There's only a 12-year difference between the two of us, okay? I call BS on the game again because what you're not going to do is sit up there and disrespect Mama Sam. That's your mother at the end of the day. And you know your ass was wrong. Two wrongs don't make a right, and two rights don't make a damn wrong. And so you know what, you were wrong by the way that you introduced this woman to your mother. And you know, instead of you apologizing and saying, you know what, Mom, I apologize with the way that you found this out. I know that our relationship has not been the same, but I would like to restore my relationship with you, Mom, and really move on. This is just not something that he was willing to do, and I did not like it at all. So you know what, he's gonna have to mend the fences at the end of the day. Fernanda is the one that's hurt because she's wanting this acceptance from his mother, and she's just not going to get that. She invites the mother to, you know, go with her the next day and try on wedding dresses, and the mother's like, look, I got, you know, I really need time. I'm not even totally accepting of this relationship, and now here you're going to ask me to go and try on dresses with you. I don't know if she's not getting it. You understand what I'm saying? Now, as we all know that they're already married, and so, you know, looked like she married him with or without the mother's approval. So you know what, we'll wait and see. I think that they boring as dog. You know what, it took a lot for me to be able to talk about them because truly I am not interested in their story. The next person is Stephen and Olga. We see Stephen picking Olga up from the, you know, from the hospital. I looked at the hospital room and I was like, okay, it's a little decent. As we all know, she had the baby by cesarean, and you know, basically Stephen is wanting her to rush out of the hospital. So we see Stephen and Olga leaving out of the hospital and getting into a rental car, and he's putting the car seat in the car, and he's having a little struggle with it. The baby is crying. He's anxious. You know, he wants her home with him. He doesn't understand a lot of things that's going on in Russia. He's tired. She's tired, but she's really, really tired. In the room, she had asked him not to touch the baby, but to wash his hands before he did so. He told her that she wasn't going to be an asshole to him and tell him how and when he could touch his baby. And she was trying to explain to him, I just need you, Stephen, damn it, I just need you to listen. And you know, there's a lot of times when we are dealing with new parents, being a new mom, a new dad, and you know, she really didn't have a family because she mentioned that she was was raised in an orphanage. So, you know, this is her first time at parenthood, and this is his first time. He has a tumultuous relationship with his family that he has allowed to dictate every aspect of his life. The way that he's treating Olga right now is basically based on the way that he was treated by his family. He repeatedly says that his family argues and fusses all the time. He is doing now with Olga, and he says that he doesn't want his son to grow up in that environment, but I'm afraid that he has allowed that environment to be part of who he is. See, we can't control who our parents are and what situations and circumstances we grow up in, but we can control how we deal with certain situations when we are grown. And as we can see, Stephen is a little boy, so he gets in the car. Basically, he backs the seat up against the car seat, thinking that that is going to secure the car seat. No, mofo. It needs to have the seat belt on it. The baby is faced in the right direction, which I was happy to see that. But the car seat still looks like it's not in the car correctly. He gets in the car. He's impatient. You know, basically, Olga is riding in the car. She's in pain. We can see that she's walking, and she's, you know, holding her stomach where her incision was. And he is just totally not sensitive to this. They get in the car, and he says, look, we're going to, okay. He says, you know, we're going to have a conversation about this Olga. And you know what? Here's the thing. You're tired. I'm tired. Mofo, leave me the hell alone. Why are you going through all these changes? But okay, I digress. So, you know, basically, he wants to come back and talk about the same situation, indicating that she's not going to be disrespectful to him. You know, she should see how he cut his family back. No, Mofo, your family cut you back. You were the one who were, you know, you were the one who was disrespectful. You were the one that was cold tripping, boo. You were the one who, according to you, was a graffiti artist. You were the one who dropped out of school. And so, could it be that your family cut you off? And he says that they argue all the time, but yet and still, he's disrespectful to her. He accuses Olga of talking to him harshly and being disrespectful to him. And she's like, look, I just need you to listen. The baby was hungry and the baby was crying. He agrees that the baby was crying, but he says that the baby could have waited in order to be breastfed. And then she's like, well, no, the baby was hungry. The baby needs to eat now. And he said, well, the baby is waiting now. The baby can wait. The baby needs to have patience. Damn it, the baby is what, 2 or 3 days old? Where's the baby going to get patience from? And why can't you have patience as a grown man, okay, who has fathered a child? Why can't you have patience? Like, I'm not getting it. I don't understand his thinking. It just really shows how young and immature he is. And you know what? There are a lot of teenagers who have babies who show more maturity than he does. I just think he's just a complete and total asshole. And he has no respect for Olga. I think that he believes that he's better than her because he's from the United States. And I'm going to say that over and over and over again because this mofo doesn't have any education as it relates to children, but yet and still he's going to tell her what she can and she can't do, what she should and she shouldn't do, and how she is going to talk to him. And he says, all you have to do is be respectful and say please and say thank you. But guess what? When you have just had a baby, you got a cesarean, you got a slash from one side of your body, bitch, to the other side, you got a baby, you barely making ends meet. Come on. You're not going to get that patience out of me. Okay? And I just need you to work with me. Number one, my hormones are all out of whack. Okay? Trying to adjust to not having a baby in my stomach again. And here it is, you want to argue in a car about whether or not I was rude or not. So they get to, the apartment and everything, and then he realizes, okay, you know what? Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I do need to, apologize to her. And I need to treat her with more respect. I think so, Stephen. And you know what? I'm going to give you a pass because you're young. But, Olga said that she's worried about Stephen because, she said that his temper is like a volcano. She says, what? We're arguing right now over little small things. What's going to happen when we have something that is bigger than this? And I totally agree with her. This guy is off the coof. I mean, he just doesn't have any kind of training whatsoever. He says he wants to raise the baby with manners and that she should have had manners. She says, I basically want the same thing. But what I don't want to do is be arguing back and forth with him. I think he needs to really watch himself because he's in another country, being dominant. I can just see, he's the type of guy, in my opinion. He is the type of guy. I'm not saying he is a guy, but he's the type of guy that will, basically put them paws on you. And that's just what I see. Because he doesn't want to be challenged by Olga. And Olga is constantly saying over and over, I just want you to listen to me. Can you listen to me? And when he gets came out of the hospital, he says something, and Olga wasn't really listening to him because she's caring about the welfare of the baby. And when they get to the house, get to the apartment, which is just looking like a ratchet mess, but I guess that's probably the best that she can do. They get up in the apartment and everything, and he wants to hold the baby, and he wants to put the baby down on the bed, and he wants to be in the baby's face, and he wants to rub the baby, and he wants to touch the baby. And she's like, okay, I just want to, settle myself and everything. I'm going to go and wash my hands. Can you wash your hands, please, Stephen? And he's like, yeah, bitch, wash yours first. Okay. And so basically, they kind of laugh it off. She's breastfeeding the baby later on, and she just wants silence. She's tired. He's tired. They're both going through a lot of stuff. But I tell you what, Olga, you're going to have to really watch this mofo because I just don't think he has it all together. And I am just not feeling him. I'm with Olga. You know, his temper is like a volcano. He goes from 1 to 1,000 really, really quickly. And, you know, he will mess around and get that ass beat. The next couple that I want to talk about is Ashley and Jay. Could Ashley actually be having some insecurities? Now, again, as I said about the barbershop scene, there appeared to be some inconsistencies in this MO. Come on now, TLC. Splice it, splice. Come on now. Now, the cast has accused TLC of cutting scenes and doing things like that. And, you know, we kind of blow it off. We kind of realize that, you know, some of that is true and some of it isn't true. But I'm going to tell you today, I really saw how they splice these damn things up, okay? And so we're going to talk about that. So Jay indicates that he doesn't feel comfortable being in the United States. Number one, as a foreigner. And number two, as a what? Black man. I said, okay, now do I need to go ahead and get me a little bingo card out here? And every time he say black man, B-I-N-G-O, black man, bingo! Okay, because constantly he is talking about being a black man. Bitch, you're a black man, okay? I don't come out here day after day, week after week, and say, I'm a black woman. It is what it is. You are who you are. Okay? What the hell? Okay, so anyway, that's just, you know, a pet peeve for me. Okay, so anyway. Forgive me. So anyway, so Jay indicates that he's uncomfortable. And, you know, basically Ashley is cleaning up the house and everything. And Jay, the typical black man, oh no, I'm just kidding. The typical man is sitting there playing video games. Now he's bored. And you know what? I shouldn't say typical. I should say a lot of men play those games like that. Okay, so basically, you know, she's, you know, feeling some kind of way, you know, because the communication between her and Jay hasn't been great. And, you know, basically she is a little concerned that this mofo is going out and doing things behind her back. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I don't have my glasses on, so I'm going to keep it moving, okay? But thank you so much. Mary and Josie, if you could just make sure that you shout them out, I would so appreciate that. Thank you so much for that super chat. So basically, you know, Ashley is sitting there. She's wanting to be, you know, noticed and everything. And she's like, do you notice me? And he's like, yeah, I notice you. She says that when he came home from the barber shop. Okay, here we go. She said that when he came home from the barber shop, she asked him how it went. And he didn't really talk about it. Now, I'm looking at this mofo face. Now, when he was at the barber shop, okay, this is what I mean about splicing and setting up scenes. When he was at the barber shop, the very first thing that guy cut on Jay was his face. His face, you understand what I'm saying? He had that thing looking sharp. Now, Jay, we saw it was the fuzz all around it. His hair wasn't done. The taper wasn't together. And I'm sitting up there saying, well, bitch, why you lying? Why are you trying to make it seem like that this is the time after he went to the barbershop? You lying. It doesn't make sense. Come on now. He wasn't even faded out. He looked real rough and scruffy. So who you fooling, TLC? Who you fooling Sharp Entertainment? It didn't work for a sister, okay? He definitely had not been at the barbershop before that damn scene. So basically, you know, you're trying to make controversy, in my opinion. So she sits there and she's, you know, his cell phone, all of a sudden, magically, she's been cleaning up and doing all these things. And now all of a sudden, magically, his cell phone goes off. She asks him, who's on the phone? Who's texting you? He's like, one of my old clients from Jamaica. She's like, okay, so why? What is she saying? Is this a client or is this a friend? He's like, she just want to know whether or not I'm going to be coming back, you know, and giving her a tattoo and doing a tattoo. So she's like, okay, well, why is she doing that? That's just you know, she don't really want no tattoo. She lives there in Jamaica and you live in America. This is her way, her entryway of continuing to have a conversation with you. But what is he going to do? See, here's the thing. Natalie already put that daggone bug in your ear. So she put that seed in your heart. So now you're wondering whether or not he's going to be cheating on you. Jay's like, look, what you're not going to do is sit here and treat me like a prisoner. I'm a prisoner in his home. She said, bitch, you're not no prisoner. Where'd you go at 12 midnight? Where'd you go last night? And he's like, what do you mean, where did I go last night? And she's like, last night you went out of the house. And he said, oh, I went to go and get something for my cell phone. But first of all, he's just coming here from Jamaica. Why is he driving? Can Jamaicans who just come into the country on a K-1 visa, is their license transferable here? Why is this mofo driving? I noticed it last week that he drove to the barbershop. How the hell is this mofo driving when everybody else that comes over here with a K-1 visa on a K-1 visa can't drive, but this mofo's driving? Come on now, where's the responsibility that this mofo may hurt somebody on these damn streets out here? I'm having it, Let me look at my nose so I can get myself together, okay? She says basically that these women are texting him because they want something from him. They're texting for the same reason you text, boo. Basically, Jay says, I was a whore in Jamaica. I was a whore. And Ashley knew I was a whore. And guess what? Her no good for nothing girlfriend said he was a whore. But you're the one who said that if Jesus Christ came down himself and sat down beside you, tapped you on your mofo shoulder and told you that he was a cheater, that you wouldn't even care. But now all of a sudden you're saying because he's in America, now if he cheats, then I'm going to have an issue with it. Boo, you've already accepted a cheater. You've already agreed to marry a cheater. He's a cheater. His daddy named Skins. And he ain't playing on a football team. Stop it with the bull crap. I just was like, you know what? She tells Jay that the only person that you should be talking to on your cell phone is your family. How in the hell are you going to tell somebody that the only person that they should be talking to is their family? So now you paying the plan and running it? So basically, when he's going through the text messages, she said, I wonder how you would feel if I had a whole lot of men in my inbox that were texting me. So he goes off and said, it's all about respect. It's about respect. But Jay, what about your respect for her? You don't have any respect for her. You a player. You have not put your player card up, boo-boo. You over here in the United States, and in my opinion, it appears that you have an agenda. Something that you want to get out this deal. You sat at the barbershop, okay, and told the guys in the barbershop that if you didn't have to marry her, you wouldn't marry her. They said, well, how long you got to get out of it, Jay? You say 2 deuces, 2 years, and I'm out. You're on Instagram every freaking 5 minutes showing us just how beautiful you are. And so is Ashley trying to cover up story after story, after story after story, after story after story. Then the latest news is that Ashley indicates that the reason why she said, allegedly, Ashley said, the reason why she said that she had never dated a black man, allegedly, was because TLC allegedly told her to say it. Allegedly. Why? Because all the naked pictures that came out, allegedly? Because your girl Natalie out there spilling your tea, allegedly? So now you got to come clean, you got to come out there and put the reboot on it, allegedly? Every time somebody say something, allegedly? Come the hell on, allegedly? And allegedly, y'all got married in Jamaica. Allegedly. So is that story going to come out, allegedly, on Instagram, Snapchat, or Twitter? Allegedly. So anyway, Just thought I'd drop them little nuggets out there. Okay, I did it for the vine. Okay, so basically, Ashley, says that she has a problem with trust. And so, next thing you know, the next day, Jay is saying, or the next day, or the same day, or whatever the hell it's supposed to be, Jay is in there being Mr. Mom. He's in there cooking dinner and everything. She comes in from work. She sits down at the table. This man has prepared her a meal. And the first thing she asks came out of her mouth is, did you do the laundry? Did you? When you was walking around here worrying about how many people was on my text message, did you do the laundry? Did you notice that the laundry needed to be done? Okay. So basically he's like, yeah, I took care of it. So they sit there at the table and they go back and forth about their communication issues. That they're basically having problems with communicating with one another. She asks Jay, basically, where did you go at midnight? Now we see Jay sitting at the table with a clean taper, with a clean haircut, with his face clean. So Ashley, TLC, Sharp Entertainment, tell me, when did Jay really get his hair cut? Because his hair was cut at the table. He was clean shaven. That goatee and all that was cleaned up at the table, not in the living room. So when you splice in your little film, splice it right. Okay? Because a sister caught that. I got brothers, nephews, and cousins. And I know what a black man look like when he come from the barbershop. And that black man was sitting at that table. So, Jay, you really are a black man. He was clean shaven. Stop it with the games. Stop it with the bull. So basically, I know y'all like Auntie Move On, but I'm telling you, certain things rub me the wrong way. It rubs me up. You know what I'm saying? Like when you out with your boyfriend and everything, he's supposed to be rubbing you like this with the mofo rubbing you up like that. When you do a little shady stuff like that, it rubs me up the wrong way. I ain't like it. So then basically, they're sitting there and, she's telling him, Jay's like, whenever we have an argument or something, I'm always the one who has to apologize first. I'm always the one who has to clean it up. And so he's like, she's not going to do it. I have to be the one to do it. So basically, Jay is sitting at the table and he's trying to, get everything together. She says that they lack communication and that they need to talk to each other. She asked him again, like I said, where did you go? He said, I couldn't go nowhere but to the Wise or to the McDonald's. That's the only place I could go at midnight. And so, she's sitting there kind of looking a little dumb and all of that kind of stuff. And so she basically tells him, when you leave out the house, let me know. Tell me when you're going to leave and where you're going. Jay, that ass got you in prison, boo. Allegedly. Now, I don't know. Each couple runs their household differently. Everybody has their way of dealing with things. But I'm telling you right now, I do not have to get up out of that bed or leave up out of that house and tell you where I'm going. I tell you I'll be back, but I don't have to tell you where the hell I'm going. Not when I'm a responsible adult. But she's treating Jay as if he's a kid. She is paying for everything. He's her little Jamaican boy toy. And so she runs the bills, she makes the bacon, and damn it, she's going to make sure that she runs the deal. So Jay, when you go out the house from now on, you tell her where you're going, all right? Because right now, you're a little boy toy for her. She wants it 2 or 3 times a day. Bitch, she want that food cooked and on that table. And bitch, you better make sure you do the laundry. Now, she'll run the vacuum cleaner, but bitch, you better do the laundry. She's worried about Jay cheating. I wonder why. Could Natalie have been right the whole time? Can learn a lot from a dummy. So next couple that we want to talk about is Eric and Lita. I was so pissed off with Eric and Lita that I absolutely had to pause my television, back up, walk out of the room, get up, take a drink, and come the hell back, and then hit play. This woman is ignorant, in my opinion, and it cares nothing about Eric's daughter or his child. We see coming to the family leaving. Okay, the family is leaving. They basically look like they are staying now at a hotel. And so you know what? She's embarrassed. She's so embarrassed because her sister, Raina, has decided that she doesn't even want to say bye. She disagrees with the family. Someone wrote down in my comment section indicating that they believe, not just someone, but a couple of people wrote in the comment section that they believe because she's so obnoxious and such a child that the family is ready to get rid of that ass. Okay? So basically, you know, we see the caravan, you know, of the family come down. The brother who didn't say anything, bitch never got introduced to anything, okay? I don't know why the hell ain't say nothing about the brother, but you know, okay. So basically, you know, Eric is stepping up to the dad and saying, you know, I apologize for the way things went and for the way things looked and all of that kind of stuff, and I'm going to do better. And so, you know, basically the father is like, look, you know, he's got a big family that he has to take care of, and I'm praying that he learns how to get prosperity. I'm praying that he's going to do that. So the producer asked the dad, y'all come back to the wedding? The dad said, I don't know. The mother said, we ain't heard the mama say nothing the whole damn time. But the mama made sure she reacted to that. She said, bitch, please, we ain't coming back to no damn wedding. We so glad to get rid of that ass. We don't know what to do. Okay, so basically, you know, she's disappointed because her sister did not win. And, you know, she's going to stay there with Eric. She feels like Eric has disappointed her, you know, with the, you know, the apartment and his way of living and everything. And so basically we see them the next day at the apartment. They done got a little blow-up bed or some type of mattress that's sitting on the damn floor, and the apartment is still looking a hot-ass mess. We see her with a vacuum cleaner in her hand, and she's asking Eric, how do you do it? So we see Eric come on the screen looking like, you know, oh my God, he was so greasy and wet and sweaty and nasty. I said, what the dog fuck is going on with him? This man is just absolutely, he just looks disgusting to me. I was like, why the fuck is he wet like this? Did somebody take a bucket and pour it on his MF head? What is happening with this mofo? And this is who you choosing to be with? And then you got the nerve to be mad at the daughter of Natasha? Slow down, auntie. Okay, I gotta slow down. I gotta slow down. I gotta slow down. The father is sad that he's losing his grandson. He's not sad that he's losing his daughter. Okay? I hope y'all caught that shade. He didn't say nothing about her. Matter of fact, he was so ready to get rid of her ass that last week he offered some money for him to take her. To take her off his damn hands. He don't care nothing about that damn girl. Okay? So basically, you know, Lita is at home and she's cleaning with Eric, you know, Mr. Sweat Man. I don't know what's going on with this nasty sweating mofo, but he's a, oh my God. And so basically, you know, Lita is, you know, she thinks that Natasha left the house dirty on purpose. And so Eric, you know, he says that he's been basically looking for a single family home for them to be able to stay in. And she's like, well, how big is the home? And he's like, you know, it's going to be a single family. It's going to be all right. Everything going to be all right. That's all this mofo can say, is that everything is going to be all right. No, bitch, everything is not going to be all right. Everything is not all right. But the thing about it is, what makes me angry about it is that Lita wants to blame Natasha for this. Oh, I was getting ready to say that word. Lita wants to blame Natasha for all the stuff instead of blaming that raggedy ass piece of wetback man you with. Blame him. Because guess what? At the end of the day, Tasha been living with him day in and freaking day out. Okay? So if you want to blame somebody, blame him. He's the daddy. He should be the one that's guiding his daughter. Not you, mofo. You get in where you fit in. You think that you and your son are the moon and the stars and the sun rises, sets, and shines just on your ass, you and your son? Girl, get over yourself. If you so whoop-de-doo and you all this and you so rich and all of this, take your rich ass on back to where you was. Why you here? Why would you leave wealth to come to poverty? Okay? Because Eric look like he don't have jack. Okay? Don't. I gotta calm down. Lita basically says that it's going to be hard for her to meet Natasha after what she did to her. Bitch, she didn't do nothing to you. What did she do to you? Since when this is all about you? Eric says, I tried to prepare Natasha. I told her you was coming. I told her to find a place. She said, no, the bitch got to go today. He said, well, I can't put her out on the street today. She said, that's exactly what you gonna do. But didn't Natasha come up in there calmer than a mofo? Okay? Natasha said, I don't know what your plans is. I don't know what you plan to do. Frankly, I don't even give a damn what you plan to do. My name up on that mofo lease. Natasha said, my name on that lease, bitch, not yours. And I ain't going nowhere. She said, I ain't going nowhere. You can't put me out, bitch, if you want to. You might be the one that need to move since your name ain't on the lease, okay? So don't come at me. I said, Natasha, call me. I would love to interview you, boo. Call me. If anybody know Natasha, call me. Natasha said, all right, let me calm down. So basically, Lita wants Natasha to leave now. She's threatening Eric and everything. And she said, basically, I don't even want to meet the hoe. Okay? How could you be walking up into a home and not even realize that the man that you are with already has a family? He has 3 children. Count them, bitch. 1, 2, and 3. That he is still a daddy to. Just because he's marrying you does not mean that he cannot and will not have a relationship with his daughters. I don't understand her mentality, her way of thinking. She got a problem with the child support. She just wants everything for herself. She's so... Eric basically says, he can't put her out on the street. So, he's in the living room, he's folding a comforter and everything, and she said, that's not proper. He said, well, what you want me to do? She said, bitch, fold it again, because it's not proper. What is proper? Help me understand. It's a square. You can't fold it but so many ways. What's proper and what's not proper? Okay? Do me a favor, Lita and Eric, since y'all be trolling everything. Do an Instagram and let us know what a proper fold is for an American comforter. Do that for me, okay? Since you don't know nothing about that, you got a maid and everything. She says, when I was living in my country, and you know what I'm saying, I had maids and the house was clean, and basically you could sit on the floor and you didn't have to worry about anything running up on you. What's running up on you, boo? A roach? What the hell? Because the way that apartment was, it was a roach running up. But let me tell you something. Eric ass was home in enough time to go and check that apartment. If he really wanted to know the condition of that apartment, he should have checked it. But let me tell you something. I got a funny feeling that this was one of them TLC things, that they wanted to make sure that that apartment was nasty than the mofo. So anyway, basically, Natasha comes through the door. She said, oh, it look nice in here. Okay. Oh. Okay. It look nice in here. Hey, boy. Hey, Junior. He ain't speak. Hey, Lita. Hey, Dad. Hey, what's up, Natasha? He flicking a cop. What a bitch. He's flicking on his little top of his thing. Hi, Lita. Huh? Girl, keep that. You ain't got to speak. He said, you know what? Eric said, you know what? Go and sit down, Natasha. Natasha said, my pleasure. It's clean up in this motherfucker. Thanks for cleaning it up for me. Thank you. So, he's like, so, basically, yeah. So, the leader was like, Natasha was like, so how you liking America? She was like, so how you liking it here? She said, I had to fix it up. I had to fix it up. Okay. Well, I wasn't talking about the apartment. I was talking about America. I had to fix it up. I was pissed off. Oh, you was? I don't give a damn about you being pissed off or nothing like that. Oh, because, I really want you up out of here. Oh, well, well, I'm going to tell you right now, honey, I ain't going home like that. Oh, you now? Oh, hell no. Oh, really? Yeah. Okay, really? Yeah, and if you say something else, I'm going to bust your ass. Oh, really? Really? Hold up. Natasha, sit down. Okay. That's what she needs to do. Natasha said she found it rude that Lita wouldn't even look her in her face, wouldn't even acknowledge her. She said when she meets people, basically she wants to look them eye to eye, and she wants to make sure that she's acknowledged. So, basically she sits down and here come her sorry ass father. This man don't even have his own daughter's back. How you gonna sit there and let this woman talk to your daughter like that and talk about how pissed off she is and she wants her to move out the house right now? So basically, the dad sits down and introduces the little boy. Again, Tasha speaks to the little boy. He still don't open up his mofo mouth, okay? He still don't speak. Why can't this little mofo speak? I'm saying why he ain't speaking. We learn in our community that when you come through the door, you speak. And mofo, when you get spoken to, bitch, you speak back. Why can't this little mofo speak? So damn disrespectful. You're just disrespectful. But it's all right, Eric. It's all right for your little new family to treat Tasha like It's okay for her to do that, right? It's okay for her to disrespect your daughter and act like she's somebody's mother and she running something. You can't even run your sister. You let your sister talk to you any kind of way she want to. You let your sister say whatever she want to say out of her mouth. Okay? But then you think you gonna come in here and run Natasha? Bitch, I bet you I'll be on a bus so damn fast it'll make your head fly. Don't be fucking with Tasha. That's my girl. So anyway, so basically, Lita goes back and forth, still talking about the apartment and the condition of the apartment. And Tasha, she asked Tasha, she said, basically, I feel like you did it on purpose. And Natasha was like, no, I ain't doing it on purpose. I just was busy. I ain't had time to fix the mofo. And she was like, well, that's what I believe. So are you going to apologize or nah? Nah. No, I'm not apologizing. Tasha said, well, look, you know what? I'm sorry that the apartment looked like that. I shouldn't have left it like that. But, bitch, I ain't going to cry all night. I ain't going to stay up all night, bitch, and be wetting my pillow. I ain't crying to my pillow about it. That's what I'm not going to do. I said, Tasha, you better go head on. Tasha said, my dad already called me about this, and I'm ready to rumble. I'm ready for a fight. And I was like, Tasha, call me. Tasha said, I am not crying about this all night long. I did what I did. You saw what you saw. What's wrong with his damn hands? He can't clean up around this mofo. He living here too. So then he gonna sit up there and bust Tasha out and say, well, basically, Tasha, you really need to move. I'd already told you you needed to move. I've been paying all the rent in here. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been depending on you for the cable bill. I haven't been depending on you for the electric bill. I haven't been depending on you for this and that. You shouldn't been depending on her for it anyway, mofo. You are daddy. Yes, you want to teach her some responsibility. Yes, Natasha needs how to learn how to do stuff. But if you, as her father, made a decision that you were going to go ahead on and take care of that ass, why would you say something like that? And then she gonna go off. You see what I'm saying? Little shorty bebop leader gonna go off and talk about something. You ain't never tell me this. I got a problem with this. Bitch, you paying child support and you helping your other daughter? Yes. That's the American way. That's what we typically do. We take care of one another. That's what we do. That's what your daddy did. You ain't paying for no mofo maids up in there. You ain't contributing to the damn household, you and your son. The fuck is going on? You see, you're not even getting child support from your baby daddy. And you gonna sit up there and come in there and pass judgment on their damn family? Shh, get out of here, girl. So anyway, basically, they want Tasha to move out. Tasha said, I'm not moving out. My name on the lease. You may want me to move out today, but guess what? It ain't happening, Captain. I'm going to go on my bedroom. That's that room that's right there. Bitch, did you clean that? Did you make sure you got that nice and clean for me? Cause I like a peach smell. Did you put a Glade stick up in that mofo for me? What you do? Did you tuck the covers in for me? Did you fold them and did you iron them before you put them on the bed? How'd you hook my room up, bitch, Molly Mae, since you around here cleaning up? Because I ain't moving out. My name on the lease. And if you don't like it, get your ass out. And then Eric gonna sit up there and ask the daggone girl, I need to put you in a budget hotel. What the do you mean put me in a budget hotel? What do you think a budget hotel? And I'll put your stuff in storage and you can stay in one of them little flea bit hotels. Who you talking to? He talking to you? He must be talking to Alessandra. You gonna put your daughter in a flea bit budget hotel? That's your solution, Eric? You look so weak. You look so trifling. You just look like the bottom of the barrel. Leader said, I ain't going to no budget hotel. You go. I'm on a lease. And on that note, I'm going to exit stage left. I'm going to my room. Bye, bitch. Okay? Dude. Out. Peace. Ciao. Nada. I'm out. And then she going to sit there and say, you should have told me everything. Okay? You should have told me everything. The next couple that we're going to talk about is Kalani and Iswe Lou. Basically, Kalani is still feeling the same way that she's been feeling about Iswe Lou. She believes that Iswe Lou is like a little child, and she doesn't know whether or not she wants to marry him or not, based on how he has been treating his little son Oliver. And so they decided they're going to go to the park because Iswe Lou never knew how to ride a bicycle. And they have a bicycle helmet and a bike for Iswe Lou. And so they get to the park, and Iswe Lou puts on his little kitty gear, and he gets prepared to ride on a bicycle for the first time in his life. He said in his country, where he's from, when he would see the other kids, tingy, tingy, ting, tingy, tingy, ting, down the street, ride on their bicycles, that when he would ask his parents, they said, boy, worry about your homework, worry about school, and worry about your job. You don't have time to ride a bicycle, Iswe Lou. And guess what, Iswe Lou? That job and all of that stuff that your daddy and your mama told you to do and not to worry about a bicycle just brought your ass to America. It got you a ticket to America. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. So basically, we see her brother Nick and a Kalani, each on one side of the bicycle, okay? The brother on the left, right-hand side, Kalani on the left. And they are basically pushing Iswe Lou through the park. He doesn't know how to ride a bicycle, allegedly. Come on. This mofo was riding that bicycle like a circus clown. Are you, are you fucking kidding me? You want us to buy in that this barefoot mofo is out there riding on a bicycle for the first time? Even when he fell, it was phony. Who the fuck do y'all think that y'all fooling when y'all do this dumb stuff? This bitch is riding like a clown on a tightrope up in the air, 6 feet off the ground. I said, this mofo been riding a bike for a long time. They sitting at the park having a conversation, and all we see is this mofo riding back. Wee! 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 Who y'all fooling here? This mofo know how to ride a bike. All of a sudden, he knows now how to keep his balance. All of a sudden, he riding back and forth. Come on, y'all. Y'all don't have to do it. Y'all want us to buy that? This mofo riding in. Okay. So Aseulu, basically, comes back and, the sister and the brother and they talking and everything. And, basically he says, my boo hole is hurting. He's been riding on the bike and the brother said, you said what now? He said, my boo hole. My boo hole is hurting. He said, well, I ain't never heard it said like that before, but okay, mofo, you got a boo hole? So she tells her brother, I need you to go out and babysit him. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm the one that's slow. But I need you to go out with Aseulu and ride, just take him out so you can see if this mofo a child or not. Because I really feel like he's a child and he's unsafe with my baby. And I want you to do it. The brother said, okay. That's why you don't want to marry him? That's why I don't want to marry him. I'm really thinking that I don't want to do it. Because this mofo is like a little kid. So the next day, we see them get up in the morning. They going out. They driving. Okay? They get in the car. She says, take care of my baby. Bring my baby back in one piece. Aseulu in the back with the baby. He excited. He like a kid going to the candy store. He about to get a lollipop and lick that joint all night. So basically the brother says, so what do you like about being Oliver's dad? Y'all know what this mofo said? Do y'all know what this mofo said? He said his favorite thing about being Oliver's daddy is that Oliver is white and his mama lives in America. I'm not making that up. That's what Aseulu said in the back of the car. That his mama lives in America and baby Oliver is white. I damn near fainted. I damn near fainted. I couldn't believe he said that. The brother said, that's all you can say? He said, well, I want to, I'm glad I can swing with him and I can play with him and I can toss him up on my shoulders. He can take him outside. Nick said he glad that Kalani wanted somebody to babysit Aseulu. I'm afraid Aseulu do need some babysitting. I'm afraid something is the hell wrong with Aseulu. I And I don't like to make fun of people, but Aseulu, he moonwalking through life. This mofo is walking backwards. What the? This mofo walking backwards through life. Like, what the? Like, it's unbelievable. He goes to the store and he picks out clothes. He's supposed to be picking out pajamas. He picks out a shirt that say, "Lil Bro." Nick was like, bitch, he ain't got no other brother. Why would you pick that out? Then he picks out this little plaid green outfit. He said, mofo, we supposed to be getting pajamas. You want this? This what you want? Then Aseulu got the nerve to be mad and said the brother need to mind his business when he puts the baby up on his shoulder like it's 5 and they at the Macy's Thanksgiving parade and the baby want a closer view. You can't put no little baby like that up on your shoulder. Even though the baby can hold his head up, it doesn't have the balance and the stamina to stay up on your mofo shoulder. What the fuck is wrong with Aseulu? I'm trying to keep it together. That's why I'm trying to talk slow. Yeah. Kalani should be worried because he trying to talk to this mofo and he said he need to mind his business. Nick saw for himself, and so the hell did we. Something's wrong with Aseulu. Aseulu ain't it. The last couple we're going to talk about is Colt and Larissa. Basically, Colt takes Larissa out to dinner to celebrate the engagement. And Lil Debbie is coming. Okay, because you know her name, Lil Debbie. Coming all kinds of varieties of cupcakes, hostess, you know what I'm saying? Cupcakes, oatmeal pies, and some more. Okay, Lil Debbie. So basically, he's going to wine and dine her. Okay, to celebrate. So she's sitting there and they talking about the wedding. Because Debbie want to know. You know, she's still a little skeptical. She doesn't think that this is going to happen. And so basically, you know, she's sitting in the restaurant and, you know, and Larissa's like, oh, Brazilian, I got the dinner. I like a lamb and a chicken, and I want the beefy, and I want the restaurant tea, and I'm going to go out with the cold tea and the little Debbie. So they get to the restaurant and they say, Le Brazil. She says, Lily Brazil. Come on to Cold tea. Let's go and sit down, Cold tea, and have the dinner, Cold tea. So they come over there, they cutting, you know, the little meat off the thing and everything. They like, you know, this is the finest cut. This is how they serve it in Brazil. She said, yeah, bitches, I done arrived. She said, this is the kind of meal that the rich people eat. A hoe like me ain't used to eating like this. Oh, I done made it, mama. I did it. Cold tea. So basically, you know, Colt's like, okay, she said, bitch, this is what I want for my wedding. I want to eat here for my wedding. So Debbie said, you pick a date yet? She said, I don't know. We've been talking about it and everything. Colt was like, we ain't been talking about nothing. Goldie. Goldie. We've been talking about this for a while. We've been making plans. She said, now he said no to the Sophie. He said no to the couchy. He said no to the Biggie Blackie Kari, the Blackie Trucky. And now he gonna say no to the wedding. She said, I need to have the wedding that I want. Debbie said, look, mofos come to Vegas, they get married, some of them don't. They think they want to get married, some of them don't. I ain't got no, you know what I'm saying? I don't like the bitch. Me and her ain't getting along, so I don't know if her and Cole gonna get married or not. You know, I'm just sitting back for the ride, okay? Little Debbie. So basically, you know, she get an attitude. She said, Cole, look, what man brings his woman over here and doesn't know whether or not he want to get married to her? Do you want to get married? He said, yeah, not about 97%. Larissa was like, oh, so now it's 97%. Okay. Well, you know what? I wanted to marry you, and now I'm down to 30%. Goldie said, girl, whatever. I know what you here for. We here for the ride. He said, just because I love you, don't mean I got to marry you. Okay? Bitch, your ass on leadway. Okay? So basically, you know, she got a little problem with him and everything. She said she don't like American food, you know, basically because we don't have no seasoning on our stuff. Girl, eat you some soul food. You like it? Okay? So basically, you know, wait a minute, let me get down to it, you know. So the next day we see Cole sitting up on the patio with his baby making hips and his green and his yellow flip-flops on. I said, if he ain't looking like a woman, God dang, he look like a woman. Is this another show we need to know about? What's this spinoff gonna really be about? Okay, I digress. So basically, he's sitting outside with the yellow flip-flops on. He said that Larissa was, you know, still mad with him and everything about what, you know, what he did at the restaurant and everything, not, you know, going along with the plan for the wedding and everything. So he shows her a venue, and she's like, oh, it's beautiful. And so, you know, he said, you want to go and see it? She said, sure. So they get, you know, get in the car and everything, and they driving out, you know what I'm saying, to the little place. They don't have little Debbie with them. So basically, you know, they walking in and everything, and then, you know, cute little Sarah. Hi, welcome to whatever the fuck this is, you know, can I help you? And so, you know, basically Colty is like, you know, yes, you know, we looked up and we see that you all have a nice facility and we want to look at it. You know, this is my fiance, Larissa, and basically we plan on getting married and we just want to look at it as a possible reception venue. So little Sarah's like, you know, fine, good. Thank you so much for coming in. Let me tell you about the facilities. She's a regular little hostie. Okay, she's the hostie with the mostie. And she's basically telling them about the amenities in the restaurant and what the restaurant can and can't do for them. And Larissa mad. So basically, you know, they walking through and everything. The girl is being, little Sarah's being a hostess and doing everything that she's supposed to be doing. And basically, you know, Cole tells her, I like your glasses. Okay. She said, well, thank you very much. I appreciate the compliment. And Larissa turned into a wolf. Okay. 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 She turned into a lion, tigers, and bear. Oh, my. She was pissed because Colty complimented the girl's glasses. Okay. So the little girl, because she's a little girl compared to Colt, she's just being a hostess. She's walking them around and showing them what the facilities, what's in the facilities. So, you know, basically, you know, Larissa's angry and, you know, when she's asked, you know, basically, she likes the place, you know, it's all right. So she says that Colt is a bit of a womanizer. She said he likes woman attention and he likes to look good and he likes to talk to a lot of women. What the does that have to do with you finding out about the facility? I didn't see Cole as being a womanizer. I just saw him being gracious to somebody who was being gracious. Sarah was not hitting on Colt. Sarah's a little girl trying to keep her little $5.50 an hour job. She don't give a damn about that. He already introduced, you know, and it wasn't nothing that was threatening about her. It wasn't like her boobs was out. She wasn't sexy. She didn't have on a short skirt. She was a hostess that was walking around here. But Larissa's so damn insecure. You could tell when she was sitting in the Brazilian restaurant and everything that she does, that she just absolutely is just used to the bottom of the barrel. She's used to people treating her poorly. She's used to not having the finest things in life. And now here she is. She's come over to America thinking that her past is not going to follow that ass. But you acting like a two-bit hoe. And then you got the nerve to say that Colt is a whore, a man whore. Because he is being gracious to Sarah and he complimented Sarah on her glasses. So basically, the girl says, would you like to try dessert? We have some dessert that we can have you try. And so, basically at this point now, Colt got to talk. So he tries to pull the chair out for Larissa. And Larissa's like, I don't need your help. I don't need your help. Okay. She's like, she tells him, I'm tired of you being an attention whore. And stop giving compliments to strange women. I love your eyes, Colty. Oh, Colty, I love your eyes. I love your eyes, Colty. I love your eyes. Colty was like, I said glasses, bitch. If you gonna say that, get it straight. That's not what I said. I said I like the girl's glasses. Well, let me talk. You don't care about no cake. You a man whore. You a whore. Cole said, I ain't no whore. That's one thing I'm not going to be. And that's one thing you're not going to say about me. But the thing about it is, why you so mad, boo? She tells Colt that you're supposed to look at me. I put my makeup on. I do everything for you to look at me. I want you to look at me. And so Colt is like, I've already said that you were beautiful. You look great. So she's mad because she feels like Colt, he flirts and tries to be a womanizing whore, man whore. Okay? Colt got baby making hips. He is the woman allegedly. He looking like one anyway. What man do you know sit up on the porch with baby making hips or with yellow flip-flops and grandma shorts on? Come on, Larissa. But she feels like she's got it made. Now we're going to be hearing that Larissa. Basically tomorrow I'm going to come out and I'm going to do a review. And we're going to talk about Larissa with this excuse. This alleged excuse for leaving her 2 kids behind in Brazil. She just don't want nobody to take the bag. So the little girl comes out. She brings out a Jamaican carrot cake. She asks them, she said, this is our bestseller. Would you like to try? Instead of Larissa saying no, she said yes. She tells Colt, bitch, put it on a plate for me. Now you're trying to show out in front of this little girl, Sarah. Sarah don't know what's going on. Sarah sees all these cameras. She doesn't know what's going on. And neither does she care. She's trying to sell a facility for a reception that y'all came in there for. Cole like, look, bitch, you got the ring. You engaged. I proposed to you. Why are you complaining? Calm the hell down. And I'm with you, Cole. Calm down, Larissa. This is the closest you've ever got to a man respecting you. That damn marked man or alleged man on Instagram is showing all kinds of stuff about you. He's putting every picture and all kinds of information out there on your ass. And we're going to talk about it tomorrow. So basically, she says she wants chocolate for her wedding. Let me tell y'all something. I'm hoping, how long did I stay out here? Oh, God, y'all, I'm so sorry. This episode, again, like I said, if I had to give it a score, if I had to rate this episode, I absolutely would rate it a B. Your auntie had to calm down tonight, okay? I really had to calm down tonight. These people are getting on my goddamn nerve. I just don't, I'm saying I'm going to stay on this ride, and I'm praying that you all stay on this ride with me, but the bullshit that they are pulling and the stunts and the shenanigans is getting on my goddamn nerve. But I love it. I cannot stop watching. Oh, Lord, I wish I could stop watching, but I can. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. Thank you so much to the individual who super chatted. I really do appreciate it. I will see you all tomorrow for Nonstop November. Yes, I will be picking that back up and completing the rest of the days in November. Until we meet again tomorrow, you all have a wonderful night, and we'll talk about Larissa. Bye. Thank you so much to my moderators as well. I love you. Thank you. Bye.